this is going to be probably the last of these playing a Flash game little bonus videos that I'm doing. This one is a little match 3 puzzle game that's kind of not worth my time, except that it has some really nice music and some decent sound effects. And so I wanted to just... This one's going to be hard to pull off. My computer really doesn't like to run it at all. I mentioned how I had trouble with Gemcraft Labyrinth, which is why I only showed one level of that. With this one, I would like to get past the first song and get at least a couple of the other songs, but I do not know whether it's actually going to be possible for me to beat even one level, so I'm going to go ahead and give it a try. So this is the first song that you ever hear, and it's pretty good. Not as good as the ones that come later, in my opinion. Let me see if I can win. It's going to be really hard. This is not your average match 3 game. If you're familiar with match 3 gameplay, you probably noticed a lot of matches which I cannot take because in this game you don't swap, you only destroy one particular. So you by clicking on one sphere, you destroy that sphere, and then so you can only make matches horizontally, not vertically. It's quite inconvenient. You can make a vertical match in that respect. That is a special effect that has happened sometimes. And actually, by chance I get to show you a really special effect. Or maybe I don't, because my computer sucks and will not actually display it. There was supposed to be a cool thing happening there. I can talk about it in the comments or something, but if anyone cares. But anyway, so you will notice that there's an extremely short time limit, so the fact that I'm having graphical glitches is the reason why I say I may not be capable of even beating this game. So I have to completely fill that orb with the selected color of the particular match, and as I mentioned, I only have a few seconds to do that. So, as with any match 3 game, you're entirely dependent on the computer to give you the colors of what you need when you need them. Crack.com's Jason Pargin once very aptly noted that in games of this type, he specifically referenced Candy Crush, which at the time was the most popular one. I don't know if the internet has moved on since then. But he mentioned that basically when you're playing these games that have randomized components, you're basically just asking the computer, would you please let me win? Which I found to be a very revelatory turn of phrase. So it's basically what it is. That's an example of how helplessly dependent on our technology we human beings tend to be. Okay, I managed to clear the level. That took a bit of luck, and also my computer not dying on me. So hopefully we get to hear at least one of the really good songs. No. Then we have to wait for that. Okay. Well, this is not going well. Yeah, this is going to be a hard one to... I'm probably not going to win this. Suck. I was really hoping to be able to record those songs. very short clock is a problem, and at the moment I need yellow is the color that I have, and it is not dumping an awful lot of yellow for me. As you continue playing, of course, it gets harder. The amount that you need to proceed increases. The gameplay weirdly assumes that you're going to just click indiscriminately everywhere, and there's a mechanic to sort of punish you for doing too much of that or prevent you from doing it. But that's not. Once again, I will try to get the super special effect, and I will fail. Clearly my computer just cannot handle that. Here's the less special effect. Yeah, it didn't show that one off very well yet. Technology limitations are unfortunate. The Jetsons and similar things, Star Trek, we were promised a glorious technological future, and nobody ever mentioned the idea that we would have to pay for it. So, only got 30 seconds left. I need more matches. I can't get them. I'm gonna lose. I'm frozen. Oh, I won. Okay, here's my favorite song. I wish I could pause and just have it play this song forever, which I could do if I wanted to lose. If I just die and then stay on the death screen, I can listen to this song as long as I want. Gameplay-wise, this is pretty definitely inferior to your standard match 3. Inferior in the sense that I don't consider being more difficult to be a better game, which there's an argument to be made that it is, but I don't feel that way. Specifically with something as mindless as this, I'm looking for pretty colors and enjoyable noises. There's a deep philosophical discussion that one could have about that, whether it's legitimate to be self-indulgent in that way, but anyway, not a good distraction from what I'm doing. Been keeping an eye on the camera. I don't have a good ability to set it up and just point it at the screen and leave it there, so I have to just hold it. Okay, I'd say this is my second favorite song, and it's definitely my second favorite song. Also, you'll notice that the new color has been added to make the game more difficult. The tragedy of this game is that, as far as I can tell, it's like basically freeware. Like there doesn't seem to be any record whatsoever of who made it or like who owns the rights to it. It's just kind of floating around free on the internet. And when Flash goes away, it will cease to be available, and this lovely song will become impossible to hear except in crappy lo-fi recordings like mine. We need to stop letting this happen. We need to stop letting lawyers do this shit to us. Just because some guy in a suit can't make money off of a thing, that thing should not go away. I am firmly of the opinion that all proprietary rights that keep anyone from accessing an artistic creation or a technological asset or anything else that is of benefit to the human race being jealously held back just for monetary reasons is that's not cool, bro. I don't know how better to put that. I understand needing to make money, certainly, but there's got to be more intelligent ways to do it than to just either destroy things or like force creators to be very defensive with their stuff and really, there was a special elemental effect. That was neat. Anyway, yeah, it really bothers me that these sort of small-minded and petty motivations succeed as often as they do, and like whoever coded up this game, I'm not gonna say he's a genius, but he accomplished something rather nice, and because he chose to do it in secrecy for reasons probably somewhat financial in shape, then his creation does not get shared around, and I think that's tragic. Nope, I lost. And I was wrong. I don't get to keep hearing the song. That's really sad. I only get to hear that one particular, the two songs that I like. In order to hear those, I have to be actively focused on playing and move on to levels that I enjoy less. So it's, that's another problem with this sort of guerrilla game design where, here's the menu screen. Let's see, come on. I think I'd have to... Okay, let's see if we can feel things. Okay, credits. So I don't know who this Astound Studios is. I'm pretty sure that their website is dead now, so nobody can figure it out. And okay, here's a few names. Okay, so the names are known. Maybe if I looked up this Devin Filko person, we could find it out. Anyway, I guess that's all. I gotta keep this under 15 minutes, so